Never shit where you eat. Or is it shit where you live? Yeah. I like that better.
I could put you in the brig for what you've done, but I won't do it.
What the hell's going on out here?
Out! Out!
You framed me, you son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. I didn't kill my wife.
I don't care.
2 L's, 1 pod. Here we are in person once again. This is getting a regular thing. We need a studio.
It's out of control.
We keep doing hotel rooms. Nothing funny going on.
That's the problem with the pod.
That's the problem with the pod.
That's what's killed us for 4 years. Clip!
We got a clip. Here we are in Cape Canaveral. I'm joining a ship tomorrow, a beautiful Royal Caribbean ship. Al Romas just drove over 2 hours. About 2 hours. You stopped once for gas.
Uh-huh.
He drove from Clearwater, Florida, all the way out here just for the pod. And I said, dude, this couch opens up to a bed. Spend the night. I'll wine you and dine you across the way here at Zarella's Italian Eatery. It's like 300 yards. They have a back door where you go in. He likes that. And it goes right to the bar. You have an old-fashioned. You order a nice carbonara. Have a nice Montepulciano.
Wow.
That's what I did last night.
That sounds pretty good, actually.
Yeah, you should stay.
Oh. No.
Oh.
I gotta go home.
He's got to go home.
I gotta go home.
He just spent 8 days on the road? 10 days? What was it?
1 full week, so 8 days. We drove from Florida to Michigan.
What a moron!
How many hours was that drive?
Well, it was, I don't know. The first night we left, we dropped you off at the airport Thursday
Yes.
in the morning.
Early.
Early morning Thursday.
That was like, we left your place at what, 5:30?
5:30 in the morning.
5:30.
Well, I got up at 5:20 and Al was he's like, I get up at 5:20 in the morning and Al goes, is your printer on? I need to print certificates so I can get into Antigua. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I'm rubbing sleep out of my eye. I go, what? He's like, oh, my Antigua forms aren't in order. I need them printed.
I didn't
Is this your
serve.
first time traveling?
No, but I didn't serve.
I know that.
He's a Navy man.
That's right.
He gets up,
Yes.
shits, shower, and shaves in like 7 minutes.
Yes.
And I'm trying to get myself ready. And all of a sudden I get an email saying, make sure you have your printed out information when you get to Antigua. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to enter their island nation, whatever they are.
That's it.
And I didn't. I had to have the tangible one because I wasn't sure if they would accept digital. That was the issue. And then I got there, and it was a non-issue.
Non-issue. Yeah. Well, you don't know. The thing is, and I understood these islands. It changes
Banana
every time
Republic.
you're there. Yep. Every time you're there is a different situation. Suddenly you're paying $40 to leave, and then the other time no money, and who knows? But it was just like 5:25 a.m. and he's like, is your printer working? I'm like, oh, God, what are we doing here? Come on.
And Kelly sticks her head out the room to say goodbye to me. And I'm like, thanks, Kelly. Thanks for having me. Because I was so stressed out about printing this stuff out. Thanks for feeding me and putting me up for 4 days.
Yeah. So then I dropped you off at 6:30 and then got the oil changed, got a haircut, all that shit. And then during that, we decided to leave. Her sister convinced her, you should leave Thursday night. Get out of Florida.
I agree.
Get a hotel at 11 o'clock.
I agree.
And have a nice night's sleep. Mm-hmm. So we loaded the car up. I mean, literally Beverly Hillbilly style. This thing.
Two adults and a dog.
2 adults, a dog, Christmas
Presents.
gifts, luggage, 2 coolers, one for our drinks and snacks, and one for Teddy's food. Our dog Teddy.
Teddy eats better than all of us.
He does. He has a cooler plugged into the
12-volt
cigarette lighter.
cooler. With this perishable foods.
The king's
what happened
food
to Alpo
cannot
in a
go
can?
back. Well, those
And
days.
you open it up with that pointy can opener from camp,
Yeah.
and it becomes all rigid like a sprocket.
The dogs today
Yeah,
don't know of Alpo in a can, my friend. It's a different world we're living in.
Horse meat.
Well, yeah, we hit the road. And as we drove, now it's 11 o'clock, we're looking for the hotel. You know what I mean? It's 11 o'clock, we'll get a hotel now. We've driven 6 hours, we're out of Florida. Let's get a hotel. Well, Thursday night, for some reason, a week before Thanksgiving, there are no hotels available. None. Florida, Georgia, no hotels.
Because people are wising up. They're realizing, you know what? I'm not leaving on the Wednesday. I'm not leaving on the Tuesday.
But this is a week. 1 week.
We have to go early. We have to go out a week and do what they're doing because they know that those places are not going to be available.
So I got on the old Hilton app and then called, and the girl goes, "Oh, we have a room for you at the Hampton Inn." I go, "Great." And she goes, "Macon, Georgia." I go, "Macon, Georgia?" It's like, so I put in the thing. I go, "That's an hour. That's 130 miles." She's like, "That's the closest one we have." And so we drive 130 miles. We go to Macon, Georgia. Me and Kelly
The
and
Macon
Teddy.
County Line.
Yeah.
That movie, right? 70s
That,
movie?
yeah, right.
With, what was the character's name?
I don't remember the characters' names. I probably saw it
Crazy
once in the.
Sally and...
Was that? I don't remember that. I don't remember.
I got to put a clip up.
But I'm just saying. Yeah, right here. Boom.
What are you trying to kill us for? We haven't done anything, man.
It happened on the Macon County line.
Ain't nothing gonna stop us. It sure looks that way.
I'll tell you, Whitey, still in 2024, really got no business in Macon.
Don't be going to...
You got
Listen.
No,
Listen.
we don't belong there. It's just a thing. It's a
When
fact.
your ancestors were
Owned.
slaves and owned
Old people.
by the Long Island people, don't go back to visit.
Yeah,
There's going to be a little bit of a resentment.
A little bit. Yeah, I didn't mean it. I wasn't here for that, and sorry that happened. Wasn't a good
Reparations,
thing.
damn it.
Wasn't good, but I didn't agree with it. But anyway, so we make the resi, and I pay for it over the phone, and we're all set. So I get there. It's 1 a.m, and it's a lobby, but the doors are closed and locked. You know, you got to use your key. Mm-hmm. But usually you don't see that in a lobby. That's side doors. A lobby's usually open. Right. So I knock on the window and nothing. And there's a phone, and I hit 0. I call. Nobody's there. I hang up the phone. I start banging. I've already paid for this goddamn room. It's 1 a.m. And finally this woman wakes up, heavy woman, with hair you can't believe, man. It's like she's got like 9 hairs, and then she hasn't showered. So they're all matted to
greasy.
They're matted to her skull.
There's only 6 left.
Oh.
She identifies as a she-man.
She identifies as who, he, just awful. So she lets me in. I get the room key, and I tell Kelly, go around on the side because we have Teddy. I want, Teddy gets in the separate entrance. That way I don't have to get hit with a pet fee.
Broke the rules.
That's right. So we get up to the 3rd floor, and as we're walking down the hall, I see this black guy standing outside the room next to me.
Now you're white.
I'm white. You know what I mean?
Okay, he's white.
Yeah, you're
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, yeah. What are you? You're white. Have you done a 23 and whatever it is?
No, because no, I'm not.
You don't want them having you don't want your DNA in the system.
My DNA has been in a few systems.
Hey, now it's probably on this fucking couch. You've had 2 days here.
I know. Male hookers are expensive.
Hey, now. Well, the Cape in Cocoa Beach. Yeah, hell yeah. Where was I? Oh, so there's a black guy outside the door.
Yes.
So as I'm walking up, he's looking at me, and
Here's how I would have told this story. I would have said there was a guy outside my door.
Well, it paints the
He was
picture.
6 foot
This is
tall.
painting the picture.
He's African American. He looks African American.
Right.
But go ahead. I was trying to be politically correct.
Well, I was going to use the N-word. Anyway, he looks at his watch, and then he's looking at me. He looks at his watch again. This guy's a pimp standing outside the door, waiting on his girl to come out of the room. Oh. The room next door to us. Yes. So he's doing one of these, like his wife or girlfriend is in there making some money.
She gets $250 an hour
at the Hampton Inn.
And she gets $25 an hour, but he makes the $200
in Macon, Georgia.
In Macon, Georgia.
So we got Teddy, and Teddy doesn't like African Americans. He tends to bark more. So he's barking. We get him in the room, and then I put the glass to the wall. You know what I mean? I want to hear the action.
Sure. You want to get your money's worth.
I didn't. They were quiet.
And Kelly says, "What's gotten into you?" And you said, "Wait till what's getting into you."
Okay. So I put the glass against the wall.
Oh, no, it's off limits.
No, I knew that joke. I'm fucking 8 miles away. 8 Mile. Eminem knew that joke. But I couldn't hear anything. So I was like, "Arr!" So anyway, went to sleep, got up, back on the road. Then we do 12 hours the next day. Yeah. Stopped at Buc-ee's. Do you know Buc-ee's?
Did you get the beef?
I got the brisket.
The brisket.
The brisket sandwich.
How was it? Did it live up to the reputation?
No. I mean, it wasn't bad for a sandwich that's already made in tinfoil, wrap, and eat in the car.
Is it under a heat lamp?
Yeah.
And you grab it?
Yeah.
I heard that you have to, like, in those places, you have to watch them wrap it.
I wanted...
And if they put it, like, 6 in...
No.
then you reach in and you grab that one.
I waited, and it was the next one she threw in there.
Oh,
I
okay.
took that one.
You did do okay.
So that was the top one. I took it. It was okay. I mean, to me, it seems like it's for people who've never had brisket. If you've never had, then it's good. If you've had brisket in a rib joint, this isn't very good. You know what I mean?
You ever go to a bris where they're serving brisket?
No. I'd like to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never been to a bris.
It's like a double header.
What is a bris? Is that a... Oh, hey now. What is that where they circumcise the kid?
Yeah.
Why do they call it a bris?
I don't know these things. I hear things and then I repeat them. And some people think, wow, Al's got this plethora of information in his head.
No one
but I
thinks
don't know
that.
the definitions.
Nobody thinks that.
I've
known you a
I'm a
long time.
parrot.
I've known you a long time.
I'm
I
a
never
parrot.
thought, boy, Al has a plethora of information. I've never thought that.
No.
No.
Not even for the first
No,
moment.
Al has a plethora. No, I've never
That's
thought
why
that.
he's friends with me.
You might have it.
He read me right away. And he's like, well, this guy's no threat.
That's right.
He's not going to make me look insignificant.
That's right. That was it.
So
Exactly.
I'm going to
Yeah.
hang out with him.
Yeah, I'm like Lucy. You know, she kept Ethel how to be fat. You know what I mean? So she'd always look good. That's how I go, this guy.
Not the character, Lucy. The producer created.
Oh, yes, Lucille Ball.
Lucille Ball.
Made Vivian. And then the final year gave her a big raise. Because she was like, I don't want to be married to this old man.
Yeah.
I'm not going to look fat on this
Fred.
show. I mean, Fred's like 80 and she's 35.
Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, Lucy and Ricky threw her a ton of money and said,
Don't go
fatten
anywhere.
up in the off season.
Oh,
here.
fatten up.
We want you rounder.
Wow.
Lucy would like you rounder.
Wow. I did not know that.
I did not know that.
When you could do it without being sued.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But I mean, it is a weird. It's weird in those days they didn't even think wait a second, Fred's 85.
Right.
Ethel's 30. His pants are up at his nipples. I mean,
Right.
This looks odd.
Well,
They didn't think that way.
we say it looks odd, but look at Coach Belichick.
No, but for television in the 50s where you couldn't
It
even
was
sleep in
black
the
and
same...
white. It was black and white. That does help a little bit, but you're right.
They couldn't even sleep in the same bed
Yeah.
in those days.
Well, not on television.
Right. That's what we're talking about.
Rob and Laura Petrie.
Right.
Separate beds.
Separate beds.
When they showed the bedroom, you can't have one bed.
Couldn't say pregnant.
You couldn't say pregnant. You couldn't have one. You couldn't even say, not that they were in bed.
Right.
They could be in bed separately.
Right.
But you couldn't even
were
have a bed in the background
No.
on television.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, and then and we've talked about it, I think, on the pod, but Bob Newhart show, the original Bob Newhart. That bed they had was like, I never saw a bed like that. I was a kid. Yeah. This is a king-size bed
super
with
king.
massive
California
pillows behind them, and he's got his wife, Suzanne Plachette. I thought, this guy is killing it in life here.
Hi, Bob.
Well,
Here's your high ball, Bob.
I like it.
Get ready for your low ball.
Hey, I like it. Why are you going blue? Huh? No reason to go blue.
We love that raspy voice.
We do. Yes.
Raspy voice.
Bob coming home to that apartment, a high-rise apartment with a sunken living room and beautiful wife handing him a cocktail, and a wacky neighbor who'd walked off a different sitcom into the same character in that next sitcom.
Hi, Bob. Hi,
Wait, he's an astronaut. Now he's a navigator on a plane.
Hi, Tony. Hi, Jeannie.
Bill Daly had a lot of range. We love you, Bill, but your range was fucking zero.
The late Bill.
Well, they're all gone, yeah.
No, Barbara's in the 90s. She's 91, 93.
Barbara Eden is still around? That's right.
Yeah.
90.
Matter of fact, that show took place
right here.
Cocoa Beach.
You can go down the street. There's still the homes that where they shot.
Homes.
Those original ranch homes for the astronauts.
Yep. Those homes were built. They were built in the 50s, right?
I don't know when they were built. I would say early 60s at least, or late 50s. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was all here. This was in the 60s and 70s. This was
because they were building. They were building. I think after World War II, they started. Okay, we're gonna have a space program.
Right.
So they acquired all this federal land out here.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's like miles and miles. It's not like acres. It's like miles because you really 30 miles away is where the launch was last night, and I saw it. Well, 5:13 a.m. right out my window here.
Drop a clip.
I'll put a clip in. Although the video's not doing it justice, but my eyes were seeing the real rocket and the flame. It was 30 miles away, and I could still see it. It was silent at first, and then when it broke the sound barrier, and it started to vibrate my room, and you could hear just for a few seconds,
Yeah.
and then off it went. It was pretty amazing.
It's awesome. I saw a couple of them on the Icon this year when we were docked in, I guess, wherever we were. I don't know where we saw them.
Well, I'm angry with you about my first
Miami?
up-close launch.
Why?
Because you are harassing me saying we need a clip and I need it by the end of the day. And I said, well, it's a travel day.
Wow.
I got to check.
Harassing? I sent one text.
I'm enhancing the story for entertainment.
But I look
value.
bad in the story.
No,
I don't like
look
it.
bad.
I'm not. I don't harass. I write here. I give you the fucking times in and out. I go, here's the subject. Here's a clip. I mean,
I said I'm traveling, and then there's a delay, and I finally get back to my hotel.
And he forgot.
No, I'm in my hotel, and I'm on the 4th floor. And there's one of the, I think it was launch pad number 17, which is right near the ship. It's like across the channel.
Mm-hmm.
There's some other launching pads, and then it's right there. So I put my headphones on so I can edit a clip. And all of a sudden, and my cabin starts to vibrate like a lot.
Right.
But I thought it was the bow
Is
thrusters.
this a cat? You're on a ship.
Yeah.
You were saying hotel.
Oh,
Yeah. You're on a ship. Ship's moving.
yeah. The
Okay.
ship's. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I take it back. I was on a ship, and my cabin is right across from the launch pad,
Right.
and it starts vibrating, and I'm thinking it's the bow thrusters, and we're going to be leaving port, but it was a launch, and then I pull my curtain back, and I see clouds and flares and everything, and I run for my phone. It was too late,
Yeah.
and I had like front row seats. Like people travel around the world and rent an RV and park their RV or travel across the country just to
Yeah.
sit across and watch a launch. Here I am getting paid,
Right.
and I have this HD television view out my window, and it's gone.
What a sad tale. Sorry, man. Sorry that happened to you. I feel bad. Talk about first world problems. Boy, that is.
There's no other.
That might be the definition of the
what's going
firstest
on-
world
what's-
problem.
What's going on in the world that we're worried about? There's nothing going on. World War III, maybe?
Al missed out on a rocket launch with a great view. Oh, it makes you just want to fucking kill somebody. Let me continue on. Let me continue on with this. I want to hear about your ship, by the way, your celebrity
Too much coffee. I'm like,
shows. So we move on. So we're driving all day Friday. Buc-ee's, brisket. So Friday night we need a hotel. So we're now in Tennessee.
bang, ding, 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 ding.
So around
Squeal like a pig, boy.
we're right around Knoxville, and we go, we'll get a room here. And I'm going, we're hungry. I go, let's get a pizza, and we'll bring it to the room.
Knoxville pizza. Ooh.
So I see, Google it, Sergeant Pepperoni's. I go, well, that's kind of fun, and I'm a,
Big Beatles
that
guy.
fits for me. So I call into Sergeant Pepperoni's, and I get whatever. I get cheese, and Kelly gets, hummus and beans and sprouts, and on her side of it, just whatever, that stuff.
She eats like a rabbit. Right?
Yeah. Well, Bugs Bunny, actually. So I go, all right, thank you, Sergeant Pepperoni. And then we get to the hotel, and I'm like, so we check in, and I Google Pepperoni. He's like 20 minutes away.
40 minutes round trip.
So that ain't going to happen. I didn't pay for it, so. Oh, well, that special pizza, Sergeant Pepperoni's, probably somebody took it home or, whatever. I don't know.
Wait, if you didn't call back and cancel?
No. That would have been an Al Ducharme move.
So you snuck your dog in.
Yes.
So you'd have to pay the $25
that 75.
pet fee.
75.
75.
75.
And then you ordered a $15 pizza and never picked it up.
$25 pizza. Yeah.
$25 pizza.
Yeah.
That's $100.
Yeah. So, but then next door they had a tavern, and we went in there, and the guy made
Did you
pizza.
pull a chewing screw?
they had pizza in there,
Don't anybody fucking move.
and it was good, very good pizza. Here's the point of this hotel: Hilton Home 2 Suites. Okay, have you ever seen those?
I have.
Again, Hilton buying up everything. It's no
They
quality.
just keep changing the names. Marriott and Hilton
Yep.
buy properties. They always end or begin with their own brand name, but it's very, very confusing.
Yes, and I booked it. It was no king bed. They had a queen. All right, queen. We get in. This thing is like a twin bed. This thing looks like the one little house on the prairie that Pa slept in. I'm like, I got me, Kelly, and Teddy. What the fuck? So Kelly, right? She's cool with everything. She's like, oh, it's fine. Who cares? We're just sleeping. I'm like, I can't sleep in this. I can't. I mean, I'm literally off the bed. So the couch pulls out into a bed. So I go in the middle of the night because I can't sleep. And I go, I'll sleep on the couch. So I get up, I do the thing, I make the whole thing. There's really no cushion. It's springs and a sheet. So I lay on it, I'm like, Jesus. It's like I can't. There's no way. I get out of that. I move Teddy away. I get in the bed. I think I get 3 hours. And now we got another 9-hour drive. So old cranky boys driving, and it's
My
not-
rocket launch, missing the rocket launch story sounds pretty good now.
I'm giving you a travel log, sir. This is a travel log.
A travel log.
So we're driving another 9 hours. And again, I'm cranky. So, things are a little
Are you
tense.
hitting the mic again?
Things are getting a little tense in the car.
Yeah, you're
You know what I'm
cranky.
saying?
You're hangry, you're cranky,
Yeah.
you're stiff.
So we finally get there. We get into Michigan. We get into, we go to Kelly's sister and husband's house, which was great because they greeted us. He immediately throws 2 steaks onto a pan into the pizza oven. 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
A couple of Costco steaks.
You put it in a cast iron pan?
That's right.
That's my setup at home.
That's right. It was, when I move and I get the new place,
Oh, you get one.
I'm not buying a grill.
No, you get a pizza.
I don't need a
oven.
grill. He does everything in the pizza oven.
Yeah, you can cook everything in the pizza.
Everything.
oven. Yeah. It's amazing.
Tremendous. Tremendous.
I'm totally into it. But
The
I
next
have-
day, 11 a.m., he's like, you hungry? I go, I could eat some. He goes, all right, I'll make some steaks. I'm like, 11 a.m.? All right, we had steaks at 11 a.m. This guy's funny. Then we go out to the weed store. Then we're leaving the weed store. He goes, you want to get a coney? We pulled into a hot dog place, had a coney with chili all over it. I mean, I got to go on a fucking diet, but it was awesome.
A coney?
Coney Island.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So he's got the
Not on the pizza. We went to a place, a store, shop, downtown.
No, I
Detroit.
get it. I get it.
They had the conies.
They have the conies.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was great. But I haven't had a steak at 11 a.m. in a long time. But anyway, that
Steak
pizza
and
oven.
eggs.
I haven't had it in a long time,
Okay,
I just said.
all right.
Goddamn right.
I wasn't there.
Maybe we could go after this and have a steak, you know what I mean? And eggs.
Well, they have meatballs right over here. Homemade meatballs.
Homemade meatballs. Anyway, that pizza oven, I'm getting one. He said his was $4.99. He said there's $1,000 one. And then there's a real,
What is
cheap
it?
one.
Is it the Zuni or which one is it?
I don't know.
That he has? There's a bunch of different competitors now.
I don't know which one he has. He's had it for a while.
Mine's got.
It's older.
I have the Gosney.
This is older. It's been around.
Gozney. I'm very happy with it, but there's some competitors. Well worth it, by the way. And
Well, I just said ago, you don't need a grill.
no.
So
No.
why not just have that and a cast iron
They do
pan?
go up to. Mine goes up to 935 degrees. I don't cook that high. He'll be doing gummies. I like 860, 850, 860, and that seems to be perfect for me. Cooks everything in a fraction of the time. You got to. There's a learning curve, but once you get it down,
Well, little Dave's a chef. So, I mean, he really knows what he's doing with shit.
he's the real McCoy.
Oh, but tremendous.
I'm an amateur.
Then we sat down, and then Chris and Kelly, they both, so they had a hummus taco or something. And then we sit down, we're talking,
Who's the other vegetarian?
her sister.
They're both vegetarians?
Yeah.
Who started this?
I'm not sure who started it. It's a good question. Call in. So we sit at the table, the four of us, we're chatting the ride and all this. Meanwhile, he breaks out the Don Julio, 1942.
This guy's serious.
Yeah.
You married the wrong. You got to marry him.
So I will marry him. Exactly. He's the one who got me into bikes, and this guy's cool. So anyway, we do the shot. So he pours 4 shots. I'm like, tequila. I'm not really. He goes,
No, this is smooth.
oh my God.
This is smooth.
No, just beautiful.
I've been doing it on a little bit of ice lately.
Yeah.
My friend said,
Yeah.
no, we got to have just a little bit of ice.
Yeah.
Various high-end ones, including the Don Julio.
Yeah.
Different thing. You're sipping it. You're not shooting
Well, we
it.
grew up with Jose Cuervo
Oh,
and
it was awful. And you had to
Pepe
shoot it
Lopez.
because it was so awful.
And
That's
then
why
you had
we
to
were
bite
shooting
into
it.
a line. And you had to get the shakes.
I don't even do salt. I just do a little bit of ice and I sip it. And, half a dozen sips.
Sip it good.
Maybe 8 to 10 sips. I don't know.
So we did I hadn't slept in 2 nights from the hotels, traveling. So I haven't slept, and so we did as we're talking for 2 hours, we did 5 of these shots. I also gave me a bag of gummies, and I was in the garage, and he pulls a doobie out of there.
How's the anal
I had a
ravage?
couple of hits of the old doobie. I woke up the next morning. It was 10 a.m. and just beautiful sleep. But so then we do the week. Olivia, my niece, flew into Detroit, and but anyway, Thursday we go to Thanksgiving. I want to hear about your Thanksgiving in a minute because this Thanksgiving, her family, we had 40 people. They prep on Wednesday. They cook. It's a big show. But I was telling you this tradition they have with these tequila shots. Down at the bar in his basement, and we had
Basement bar. Oh.
tequila shots literally all day long. And it whittled down to me, Olivia, Neil, Kelly's brother, her nephew's girlfriend, Paige, and maybe one other person, and we were calling us the regulars. We just, and Kelly's, what would that be? Who owned the house? That would be her. That's her brother-in-law's daughter.
Okay.
So how does that work? What is that to
It's a
Kelly?
niece, isn't it?
Yeah,
Kinda.
kind of. Let's go with that.
Almost niece.
Jackie was that. She owned the house. She was behind the bar for 10 hours. She just kept pouring shots every time we walked. She'd walk by or come back.
So are you shooting them or are you sitting?
Yeah, they're small. They're in little plastic cup.
Right.
But we just shoot them down.
But it's smooth.
Very, very smooth. And then they had orange slices with a cinnamon sugar thing. If you wanted to dip a little orange
I
slice
haven't
in
done that.
And then that was tremendous. So
Why did you come back to Florida?
I don't know. Well, the weather.
Yeah.
Michigan.
You have to be hammered all the time.
You have to be. That's why you got to be stoned or drunk. I mean, it's November.
And you gotta love football.
Well, like I was saying, though, it really is. That's black and white, and Florida's in color.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just a gray sky. It looks like it's going to snow. Mm-hmm. Cold.
And you're always thinking about going away somewhere warm.
Right. That's the whole thing. Yes. They all work so they can vacation 1 week.
Or 2 weeks.
2 weeks in a warm climate. Yeah. And it's well, just move there. I understand a lot of people can't.
No, we get it.
Yeah.
We get it.
But then we hit the road Friday after Thanksgiving. And
You traveled the worst days of the year.
But we did miss the storm.
Oh.
Because Saturday we were hearing they're closing the roads in Michigan.
Oh, okay.
We avoided that.
How was traffic on a Friday after Thanksgiving? Isn't it the second busiest traffic
It wasn't
day of
that.
the year?
It wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't that
timed it
bad.
well?
I guess we didn't really see anything that crazy. The amount of trucks though, and in the fast lane.
Yeah, because they're delivering so much shit.
These motherfuckers though, they're in that fast lane.
Yeah, because they're each
not
taking
supposed
turns.
to be there.
They're using each other's.
You drive at night,
Draft.
they're on your ass. It's you're not even supposed to be in this lane. I got to move over so.
This guy's got to make it. To a certain point, because he stopped at a whorehouse and now his schedule is off.
And I
he's gonna
hate them.
speed, and he hates them.
And then Kelly's getting mad at me
and
for
they're
being
doing
mad at
shots
them.
in the cab of their fucking
Goddamn right
18-wheeler.
Hey, with their 18-year-old hooker from the parking lot.
The beheaded one.
What?
What? So you just got
beheaded
the head?
her?
Well, yeah, he just got the head.
Oh.
And the torso's in the back.
That's.
And you're just roadhead.
All right, that makes sense. I didn't know that's where it came from.
It came to a head.
Hey, this whole pod's coming to a head soon, I hope.
We're going to delete this and start from
No,
scratch.
we're not. We're keeping every goddamn minute. So, I got to tell you this one more thing on this whole thing. So, Olivia lives in Maryland, and they have DraftKings and FanDuel.
And Olivia flew in from Maryland to
Detroit
on Wednesday before Thanksgiving?
Tuesday.
The Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
How was that travel?
She had a connection in, I think, Atlanta or somewhere, but it seemed good. We picked her up right on time.
Was it a good takeaway? She's not going to do that again, right?
she'll fly in for the. She had a great time at
on a
Thanksgiving.
Tuesday?
She'd fly in, but she's going to fly out. She's not doing the drive
Yeah,
again. None of us are doing the drive again. But she loved it. We had fun.
When they were planning this drive, because they were taking Teddy the dog, and they're going to see Kelly's family, which is really nice for you guys to do. I hope they appreciated it when you arrived. It sounds like they did.
They did.
But I didn't want to. They had it all planned, but they didn't have it planned. Because if you planned it, Mr. Navy boy, you would have said, okay, we got 2 hotels or 3 hotels,
Right.
and we're going to do it like this.
Well, I understand that.
But you didn't. You kind of like booking it last minute.
Well, we didn't know where we were going to end up, though, each night.
I drove across the country, and we planned it. We said we're going to go here. We did Pennsylvania, Texas, and Arizona.
Well, I'm not anally retentive to the degree that you are. I'm a little bit.
Well,
but
we
not-
had a target.
can-
So we said, okay, this is a 9-hour drive.
Right.
This is a
but
a
we have a
7-hour
dog.
drive.
We got
That's a
stops with the
12-hour
dog.
drive.
We stopped.
We had a dog. We had Buddy.
But you can't go 9
We had
hours
Buddy.
because 9
We
hours
had a
can be
dog.
up 10, 11 hours.
We had a dog. We had a dog.
No. I don't agree.
And that was their last podcast.
It would have been it would have been very difficult to figure out where we're going to stop in advance on these days. We didn't know.
Well, I did calculations. I said,
I
okay.
don't like calculating. I don't have a calculator.
Well, you're bitching and moaning about the ride.
I wish I had a
That's all-
calculator.
Yeah.
I'm bitching about moaning about today's ride. The fuck am I doing here?
First of all,
I shouldn't even be here. I should be home
first of all,
smoking
I
a
flew
cigar
from,
on my balcony.
I flew from Brooklyn to Tampa and stayed with him and Kelly for, was it 3 nights and 4 days?
42 nights.
42 nights.
That's what it seemed like.
And,
No, I don't know.
and it was
3
delightful.
nights?
They gave
It
me,
was.
the
Delightful.
guest room was like the primary room, which you can't say master bedroom anymore. But
I can.
You guys gave me this fancy bed, and it was very comfy. You guys slept on the floor in the living room.
That's right. We're good to our guests. Kelly slept outside on the balcony.
With Eddie.
Nude. She sleeps in the nude.
No,
It's weird.
you guys made it very comfortable for me and cooked me a fine meal, and we had a good time. We did 3 podcasts.
Yeah.
So I made that effort, and then you made the effort to come out here, which I appreciate, but I
Yes.
couldn't believe that you were doing it after that monster,
I can't either.
horrendous
I know.
drive to Michigan.
Yeah.
How many days have you recuperated so far? Is your 4th day?
We got back
Saturday?
Saturday night around 9:30 at night. And then
4 days.
yeah. Yeah, then Sunday, Monday, yeah.
I would not want to get into a car
I didn't no,
for
I
a
didn't.
month.
I didn't want to be honest, but with our schedules, because I'll probably see you again in a few weeks. I think December, you're going to be back in Tampa. Maybe we do it. But we don't know in our schedules. I may not see you in person for 2 years. So,
Many times,
I got
if
to
I'm
take advantage
flying-
of these.
If I'm flying to Florida, he'll leave the day before I arrive.
on
So
purpose.
that's what he's talking about.
That's what I tell him.
Yeah.
I'm usually home.
Yeah.
I usually just tell you that and lie. I want to be honest.
But when you say it, you say, "Hey, I'm just going to miss you by a day." I just go,
Yeah, exactly.
was
Exactly.
close.
But we're polite to each other at least. Oh, that sucks. Darn it.
Darn it.
Darn the luck.
Can we talk about our steak again one more time from Charlie's
Yeah.
from
I just want to tell you this one more story. From
10 days ago, 12 days
Michigan.
ago? I'm still
This
thinking about it.
Thanksgiving Day. I'm on. Olivia's got the DraftKings or FanDuel.
I apologize. Yes.
So we're all betting on the football games, and doing this, doing that. So I said, so I got, because I was in Michigan, I was able to download DraftKings.
legally.
Yeah,
Isn't it funny? The internet, the state is blocked in Florida.
yeah. Florida doesn't allow it. A lot of states. There are a few states that don't. So anyway, I'm doing these tequila shots, and we're having fun and drinking, and I'm making. So I sign up, then I put money in the account, then I start making some crazy bets. Then I delete one bet, then I make another crazy bet, like just long shots and having fun. Tequila shot. Oh, let me put DraftKings suspends my account. They were like, this guy, we don't know what's going on over there.
Oh, because you kept canceling and
And canceling and putting new bets in, and I'm
thought-
betting on the Giants.
they thought you were.
I'm
yeah.
betting on the Giants to win. They're probably like, some maniac's got this guy's phone. No one would make
No,
these
they thought
bets.
he was a bot.
Nobody would make these bets.
They thought you were an AI bot.
So I had to start again,
Oh.
and then I did it again, and then all of a sudden, after a few more, account suspended again. So I've been suspended because of my insane bets, which weren't that insane.
You avoided a $75 fee, by sneaking your dog into the hotel.
Right.
You ordered a pizza, never picked it up,
Sergeant
$25.
Pepperoni.
And then you're gambling and you're trying to
Yeah.
to flip the system
That's right.
through the back door.
Through the flips. I'm doing the system. That's right. And by the way, anybody in Chattanooga, Tennessee, go to Sergeant Pepperoni's. I feel bad about they made a nice pizza for us and we couldn't get it.
Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Pizza Place. People order and they don't pick up.
Would you have called them and told them you're not coming?
How far into it?
Now, again, you're on the road for 11 hours. You're finally at a hotel. You're beat up.
I would have called them. So sorry, we just got a flat tire. We can't pick it up and it's going to throw our schedule off. We apologize.
Yeah.
You could have said anything.
That sounds easy now.
I just got pulled over for a speeding ticket.
But again,
can't-
think of 11 hours in the car. You're beat up. You don't want to call Sergeant Pepperoni.
I would call Sergeant Pepperoni and profusely apologize.
Well, I apologize here, Sergeant Pepperoni. And if I'm ever back there, you can be sure I won't be getting any pizza from you because I'll be afraid
You spit on it.
That's right. That's right. So anyway, that's my travel little story from the week. You were on the celebrity
Beyond
imagination. And how was that, El? Any other
touched
entertainer
upon it.
friends on board? Any buddies?
No.
Anyone to hang with?
No.
The hang? People love the hang.
No. So I did Thanksgiving.
Oh.
And I usually do hang out with another entertainer, but there was a little friction between me and the other entertainer.
Oh. Oh, I like it. Okay. Who's the other entertainer?
I'm not going to mention names, but I joined the ship in Antigua,
What does he do? What?
and that person joined in Barbados. And we were doing what's called a back-to-back. That's when you join a cruise and mid-cruise, and then you stay on for the next cruise. And you call it a downliner. They call it a downliner. And you have to go to immigration when you get to Fort Lauderdale. That's where we were turning around first before any of the passengers are allowed off the ship. So they say, okay, we're going to send you a letter and tell you exactly what to do, blah, 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 blah. Bring your passport, da-da-da. Bring your this, that. We'll give you a new key card. So it's for your cabin. I had to move my cabin. So I had to pack. I was on the ship for 3 days, repack,
Oh.
have my stuff moved to another cabin, but they didn't know where my cabin was going to be yet until they had all the passengers on board.
Nice job, celebrity. This is one of your
So I'm
headliners.
basically homeless.
One of your headliners.
And they want me to meet at 6:45
Good God.
a.m. So I set my alarm for 6 a.m. and I'm trying to figure out.
Did you have a show the night before? Usually that's after like a late show.
Yes, I had a show the night before,
Yeah, of course.
and I have 2 shows that night.
Oh, of
so I have
course.
3 shows and I'm minimal sleep.
Right.
It's a nightmare.
That's great.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
So anyways, I walk up to the woman. I said, listen, I got to go move my luggage. What time do we have to be back here? This is after 6:45. She says, if you're going to stay on the ship, I said, what time are you going to get off? She said, about 9:15, 9:20, we'll go off the ship. I said, okay. So I go. I have a little breakfast.
Well, yeah.
Sure. I go up on the top deck. I get my son because I'm homeless. I don't have a cabin now.
I don't like any of this. You're a headliner on the ship. This is bullshit.
9:05 a.m. I go,
Celebrity blows.
I got 10 minutes. Let me go down. And I walk in,
Right.
like at 9:11.
Yeah.
9/11.
9/11.
9/11. Very dangerous.
You walked into 9/11?
And the other entertainers go, where's Al? Where's Al? Where is Al? We got to go. We got to go.
What? This is the guy you don't like.
This is the person.
The person.
Not that I don't like them.
There was friction.
I've worked with them before.
Oh, there was friction.
And the person
though.
goes, like this.
Huh?
Where were you?
What do you fucking care?
I thought they were joking.
Oh,
They were dead serious.
in the morning at that hour, I'd be like, what do you care? You're on your own. You don't have to worry about me.
And then they walk over with the other entertainers.
Uh-huh.
And this person says, you held up the whole ship.
What?
Again, I'm thinking they're joking. I'm not realizing they're not joking yet. I'm like,
I know who this is.
So then they go on and on. And
What are the initials?
And they have their back to me now.
Initials?
And the other guys are like rolling their eyes like this person.
She.
This
She.
person
She. Okay.
being dramatic.
I got, a dramatic entertainer woman on Celebrity. Okay. Keep going. Whittling it down here.
And so she goes, they told us 9 o'clock. you should have been here at 9. And I said, I was told 9:15. And they said, we were told 9. So I walked up to her. I said, hey, my mistake. Was I late? Did you tell me 9:15? She goes, no, you weren't late. Right? So I'm like,
go eat it, sister.
She won't even turn her back to acknowledge that I just cleared myself.
Ugh.
So I said, there's 800 people.
This chick do a tribute show?
Yes.
She's a tribute singer.
So
okay.
There's 800 passengers
We got
still on
Celine
board.
Dion.
Now we're doing, in the morning at 6:45, we had to be the first ones off. Now, when we do turnaround, we have to be the last ones off. So there's 800 passengers in wheelchairs and crutches.
Yeah.
And we can't move. And we sit there for another half hour before we leave.
Right. Is this dummy's first cruise?
So the other entertainers,
you always know it's
the other entertainers going jokingly. They
right.
go, "You held up the ship.
Yeah.
You held up the ship."
Exactly. Exactly.
And they're laughing.
But is this her first cruise? I mean, these things are
veteran,
always
veteran.
an hour
Veteran.
or two delayed.
Veteran. And she couldn't let it go. So I was planning on having Thanksgiving with
her decapitated head.
With them and some others, and it didn't. It didn't work out.
No,
it didn't work out.
No. Well, you held them all up for Thanksgiving dinner. You were late. These people. I mean, really, that kind of thing I can't take. Like, also, it's don't mind. Just mind your own business. You have nothing to do with me. I'll show up here at 10 a.m. if I want. I'm not holding anyone up.
She convinced herself
Ugh.
that I caused the ship
Oh
to
my
be delayed.
God.
Not
That's
the fact that there was still
outrageous.
800 to 1,000
Outrageous.
passengers on board, because she was embarrassed, so she doubled down on it.
Oh,
there it
I
is.
hate her. I knew.
I don't hate her, but
I do.
you know,
I do.
If I'm on,
I don't know who she is.
If I'm
but
on
I
a
hate her.
stairwell, I go to scratch my head, my elbow slips.
Whoa.
Boom, boom, boom.
Hey, by the way, we're on TikTok, folks.
TikTok.
Our clips, all that stuff.
Cuckoo.
And I wanted to tell you, I put a clip up from our most recent clip. We were on the roof in Ybor City.
Ybor City, which is the cigar capital of the world.
That's true. And I put as a title, because you got to get a title, so Roofied on the Roof.
Roofied on TikTok.
On TikTok, where they have all different states of women in various clothing and sexual positions.
And ass cracks. And,
That's right.
And camel toe.
That's right.
And
Anal
more.
bleaching and
All kinds of
beads,
stuff.
all sorts of. I put our video up, and then I look at today, the numbers, 0 number. No one's seen it. Nobody. I go, that seems weird. I hit it. Boom. You have gone over our guidelines. You're not in with our
Are you
guidelines.
sure it was TikTok or when you shared it to Facebook?
TikTok. Right on their page, because the video next to it has like 700
It's
views.
a Chinese company.
Well, I don't know. I'm just letting you know. They don't
I
like
thought they were
roofied.
letting everything go through.
Roofied, I guess a drug reference in the title. I don't know, but we didn't follow their guidelines, so the video doesn't exist, even though it's still on my page. There's no views. You can't look at it.
Why don't you reboot it and put a different title up?
I will. I will do
Resolved.
that. I will do that. If you send me another clip.
And
Send me another clip and I'll do that.
why not send that reboot the clip that
I
we
will,
have?
but I want a new clip too.
Well, you have to go through
I want
the
a new
episode and give me the time.
Well, I thought you have a lot of time
need a
here.
timestamp.
I have to drive home 2.5 hours. You got a room here at the hotel. You got nothing to do.
I've got hookers.
You got
Yo, hooker!
lady boys are coming. Cocoa Beach lady boys. All right, we got to wrap this up. We got a thing at Dr. Bellows' house we got to go to, right? Was that a 5 o'clock cocktail party
Mrs. Bellows.
at the Bellows?
She gets a couple of cocktails in her.
Happy bachelor party!
Woo!
Roger's going to be there, Tony and Jeannie, and who else will be there coming by? Oh, General Schaefer.
General Schaefer.
And I hope that dog's not. What's the dog's name? Jinjin. I hope Jinjin's not, because that dog disappears and then mauls your clothes and you can't see it. That was Jinjin.
Oh, the invisible
Remember
dog.
Jinjin's talent?
You and I are going to have a little talk. You're just... Wait. Hey! Jeannie! Jeannie! Jeannie!
I didn't remember the name.
He hated uniforms.
See, when there's a 12-year age difference, I don't get a lot of his references.
I know.
Because
You were in college while I was in 6th grade.
and I'm 72. So,
yeah.
by the way,
Yeah.
I do have to say,
Yeah.
for our age, 72 and 76, we look pretty good. We look pretty good.
We look better than Gary Delana. Peace. Peace.
So long, Al. Have a good trip.
Don't forget to review us and rate us. It really helps.
The Talking Dicks became friends at a very young age, and the rest is history.
I'm losing my mind.
This is the 2 Owls, 1 Pod podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
Done.
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
We'll fix it in post, you son of a bitch.
All right.
Okay, so
Subscribe. Mary. This was a horrible mistake.
Patreon.com/2 Owls 1 Pod.
If you shoot me, you won't see a cent of that money. Why?
I think it ends on that. That's beautiful.
In the fall of 1954, Chris Dixon and his brother Wayne were killing some time before they joined the Army. All they wanted was a couple of girls.
Hey, Chris! You better hurry up before old man gets here. Coming! Hi, sweet potato.
So what do you two got in mind?
Oh, we just want to put our hand on your leg, that's all. Why you think we're going to score if you said you had bad breath? Must be jelly because jam don't shake like that.
A few laughs. Some good times.
You know what's funny is you never did tell me when you were going to Dallas.
Another place. Does it matter?
And then they crossed the Macon County line. It shouldn't have happened. It couldn't have happened.
Jesus Christ, she's bleeding like crazy.
But it did.
What are you trying to kill us for? We haven't done anything, man!
It happened on the Macon County line. Macon County line. A true story you won't be able to forget.